Hello.
Good evening, everyone. Today we are in Venice, and Amalia is very annoyed at some tourists sitting on a bridge she wants to take a photo of.
Before the light changes.
Before the light goes.
Hopefully.
I mean, we've already lost the light on.
We've lost some of it, yes.
Yeah, we've already.
I'm very angry right now.
But yeah, they're just sitting there going, this combination of people. There's like one on this camera, one on this camera. This probably isn't like the best time to introduce Venice. We'll probably introduce it at a happier time. Okay, hello everyone. We are now properly in Venice, and it is bloody hot. When we first arrived at the station, we had to stand out in a queue for about 40 minutes to get our tickets for the ferries and such to get around town. But other than that, it is really, really nice here. I absolutely love it. Okay. So we're in St. Mark's Square at the moment, and the rest of the city, it's all just this little maze of canals and little alleyways that seem to go somewhere then just turn back on themselves. And, pretty much every corner you turn, it's just something else you look at and go, wow, this is really, really amazing down here. Again, the main problem you do face with Venice is that when you get to the big landmarks that you all know, like St. Mark's Square here, it is just absolutely flooded in tourists. Tourist group! Tour group! Tourists! Anyway, what we've been getting distracted by pretty much all morning are all of these sort of commedia dell'arte shops with lots of masks and things. This is the part of Venice which I really like. There's not as many tourists around everywhere, so it's a bit quieter, and it's just all nice little walks alongside canals and over little bridges and down little alleyways, and it's just all really nice. Good morning. We had a bit of an early start today because we wanted to come down here to the Rialto markets, and they opened at 8 o'clock, so we wanted to be there right there when they were opening. This is a really amazing part of Venice which I didn't expect to see, but I really recommend, if you have time, it's something you really need to get down to. Each morning all the produce arrives here fresh off the boat, and they've got all this fruit and fish and smells. It's all really amazing and nice. Amalia's not next to me just at the moment because she's gone off photographing everything. The sight and the smells and the fruit and fish is just absolutely incredible. But the one thing you can't produce on the screen is the smell, and it's just smells, everything smells so fresh, it's amazing. So after our last experience with the very, very modern opera, Amalia's talked me into going to see one more while we're here in Venice, which is actually basically a highlights reel of the top Italian composers' operas and the highlights from all their different best works. Yeah. So basically, and it's all very traditional, and so if anything's going to convince me over to that I like operas, it's going to be this. Yeah. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to enjoy opera this time. So I'm still not converted to an opera lover. We got in there and it just felt like a complete tourist trap. It was just camping chairs in a small hall.
Camping chairs.
It really was.
Glorified camping chairs.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Camping chairs is being nice to them.
What?
And
they were better than camping chairs.
While we were waiting for it to start, I just felt like we were making such a mistake, and I really going, oh, I spent my money on this. I'd much rather be out taking photos of the Venetian sunset.
However,
when it started, it turned out better than I expected. For the most part, I more or less enjoyed it. The singers were alright.
they were quite good.
And, you know, when you closed your eyes, it was rather nice to listen to. I closed my eyes on purpose. I wasn't falling asleep, just to clarify.
No, he did close his eyes on purpose.
Yeah.
I checked. I was poking all the way through.
You know, now I can say that because I've watched the highlights, which these were the highlights, so obviously the rest of it isn't as good. So
No.
there's no need to watch the rest of it because I've already seen all the best bits. So
There
I'm going to
definitely
call.
is a need to watch the rest.
I'm calling opera done. No need to watch any more opera.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, it started raining on the way back, and we're getting some nice reflections in the nighttime streets now. So we're just about to head back out and see if we can get some photos of that. Shall we go?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. We're standing out here in the cold and wet and rain because it actually makes for quite nice photos here in Venice. There's really nice reflections here at night, and the streets of Venice are just so nice and in this really eerie type of way. And so we've just been getting photos that are having the lights and the reflections, and some of them are coming up really nicely. And it's just nice to explore the city in sort of a different light, even if it is very cold and wet.
It is quite cold and wet.
Well, it looks like Amalia got her wish anyway, because pretty much immediately after
I
that,
didn't want to go back.
the battery died anyway, so we're heading back to the apartment
But I
now.
never said I wanted to go back.
So this morning we've come out to Murano, which is pretty much a smaller version of Venice, which is where all their glass making was put off to when they decided it was too much of a fire hazard to have on the main island.
And the smoke.
Oh, and the smoke was being too polluting and everything, so they moved it out here.
And it's still out here.
And it's still out here, and it's the main attraction of the island now.
You can show them the glass shops.
Yeah, there's just every stop is just all glass sculpture shops and really nice little things, which I know I'll break if I buy any of them. So I'm probably not going to.
Yeah, he was considering, but
Yeah, I was considering it. We went to watch a.
look at that one.
As I was saying before, the other camera went flat. Professionalism. What we just did is we just went to watch a glass blowing demonstration and sculpting demonstration, which was pretty cool. It was in a small workshop, and just had this man shows the techniques of how to. Am I allowed to walk down here? I don't know. Okay. Shows the technique of how to make a vase and how to sculpt a horse thing, which is really cool to watch, because just how quickly he has to work to get it from red hot to a completed thing before the glass cools too much. It's glass.
Glass everywhere. Fish. Okay.
Okay.
What else? Oh, they're known for their fish to eat.
They are?
Restaurants, yeah.
I didn't know that, but okay.
Fish restaurants. I don't know. That's what I've heard. I'm not sure, but that's what I've heard.
I only heard the glass blowing.
No, if you want to eat fish, this is probably the best place in Venice to go.
Okay,
Yeah, in like the main town.
I'll take that.
It's true. Oh, more glass.
More glass. More glass. Okay. So this evening, we've decided to come out to Burano, great start, which is essentially Venice's smaller, more colourful and less touristy cousin. And it's really nice. All these buildings here are just painted in really bright, amazing little colours. If you do come to Venice and you have the time, I really recommend that coming out here is really completely worth the time. It's just such a nice change from the small, densely packed streets that we had when we were back in Venice itself and all the other cities we've been in so far. And it's just a really, really pleasant afternoon. And better yet about this place is that it actually has grass. I'm really surprised how much I've just missed the smell of grass and getting away from tourists, and you can just, it's green. Oh. Real romantic with the camera over the shoulder.
Yes.
But I think this has been pretty much the best evening since we arrived in Italy.
Okay.
It's just been really nice and relaxing to sort of stroll down these streets, and they're like completely deserted other than us, and just the prettiest place. It's just absolutely incredible here. And I can't believe this place actually exists and it's empty, and we pretty much got it to ourselves to walk these amazing little streets with these amazing little buildings and take photos. And in the middle of summer and tourist season, and it's empty.
Yeah.
And it's this amazing clear sunset. And just every corner you turn, you want to take another photo. As we are now.
Yep. Even on my hands.
I know, it's all over my arm and shoulders.
Oh, God.
Under my shirt. But anyway, things got a little worse after that. Little we know, this place is absolutely infested with mosquitoes, and they all came out pretty much after we said this is a nice relaxing evening. And we've just gotten completely eaten alive now. It's just, it's bad. Anyway, waiting for a ferry to head back to main Venice now. And get gelato and call it a night.